Understanding through diverse voices around the world. Tonight on Mosaic, China has a new slogan.
实现中国梦，必须弘扬中国精神，这就是以改革创新为核心的时代精神。
Introduced by Chinese President Xi Jinping in 2012, the China Dream is a pledge to rejuvenate the nation.
When I hear China Dream, the first thing I think about is materialist consumption.
I think it's just a nightmare.
中国梦就是集体的梦，好像个人的梦在里面，只有换句话说，没有太多的个人的空间了。
Is the China Dream of security and economic prosperity for all Chinese citizens? Or only for the well-educated and fortunate enough to already be middle class?
You know, working class, working poor, rural Chinese citizens are finding the Chinese dream to be a myth.
It's being introduced at a time when you're trying to pull back everybody who's going off in their own 1.3 billion directions.
Tonight on Mosaic, through the eyes of filmmakers around the globe, we explore the China Dream with intellectuals, overseas students in America, migrant workers in Beijing, and an entrepreneur in Africa.
越富有的人他越富有，越穷的人他越穷。两极分化到这种程度的话，有可能会有矛盾，会变得非常尖锐。
Tonight on Mosaic, the China Dream.
实现中华民族的伟大复兴，就是中华民族近代最伟大的中国梦。
National rejuvenation refers to those periods when China was very strong, and like the Han Dynasty, Tang Dynasty, and the early period of Qing Dynasty. Xi Jinping is not the first person talking about national rejuvenation, but Xi Jinping talking about the possibility to achieve it within our life.
Even as a boy, I think people talked about the China Dream. I mean, the sense of being treated as an inferior people who were barbarous and uncultured and unworthy was a kind of image which was very widespread. So the dream was that one day China would be a respected country, the culture would be respected, the Chinese people would be treated with respect everywhere. There's nothing very clear-cut, nothing very concrete, but that hope.
In 1978, the China Dream was set into motion when leader Deng Xiaoping introduced economic reform that opened China's markets to the world. The government creates special economic zones to attract foreign investment. Billions of dollars pour into the country, and within 2 decades, China becomes a leading manufacturer of automobiles and heavy machinery. By the early 2000s, China's first generation of tech entrepreneurs is born, and land reform guarantees private property rights in 2007. A boom in real estate development and construction creates 85 urban centers that are now home to more than half of China's total population. The country's new wealth has created over 400 billionaires and lifted more than 500 million people out of poverty. In just 30 years, China has emerged from an agrarian collective economy into the world's second largest, with an annual gross domestic product at $11 trillion, making it the most rapid transformation of a nation's economy in human history. But China's success has also come with a heavy price: a toxic environment, corruption and cronyism, and a wealth gap that is among the highest in the world, is now leading many in China to question the direction of its dream.
Once I was in the San Francisco branch of the departmental store Barney's. When I looked around, the only shoppers were from the mainland. That's the image that I have of the Chinese dream, especially when they're overseas. It's to consume as much as you can and to show how sophisticated your consumption is.
It can be a little bit risky if people take the China Dream to imply, number one, we do whatever we have been doing, and somehow we stop thinking about critically about ourselves.
中国梦 the China Dream for us means stable life, not fascinating life, but stable life with a person you love, with a job you like to do. The spiritual life is very important.
There's no such thing called a 中国梦. I think it's just nightmare. 中国人说，空中楼阁, you know, a beautiful architecture built above in the air, not the ground on the earth.
I think it's a pretty empty phrase, but it indicates a lot of aspirations. It indicates hope. It indicates a certain direction.
我倒觉得，应该给每个人的个人的梦应该有一个足够的空间，这样的空间很可能跟整体的梦无关，但是实际上它能汇集起来，才能是一个整体的一个发展。
The digital revolution brought Hollywood blockbuster movies, American music, and pop culture to China's millennial generation. Exposure to Western culture has inspired new attitudes about individuality and personal freedom. Seeking to explore the American dream, many are now choosing to study in the United States.
For Chinese students, one of the things that generates some excitement, I think, among them in terms of their experience studying here, it's an opportunity to focus on themselves. So the appeal of the American dream over that of the Chinese dream for Chinese students really has to do with the emphasis within the American dream on the individual.
Today, 275,000 Chinese students are attending U.S. universities. Their experiences in America are forging new China dreams.
My name is Shinsi. I'm 21. I studied economics, cognitive science, and film at UCLA, and I just graduated from college, and right now I am a filmmaker. Right now we're at Matcha Box here at West 3rd Street. 3, 2, 1, action! Hello, 大家好，欢迎来到三乐社的夏日吐槽会。
My name is Chang Li. I'm a UCLA student, senior, 4th year. I saw there's an airport and people flying a small airplane over there, and I watched the airplane taking off and landing for like 2 hours. So I found Santa Monica Airport, and I got my introductional flight. And I actually fly on my own on that time. I feel really good. The name is Sweet Pea. It's a Cessna 152. And today we are flying this one. It's good, it's flexible, and it's solid. Okay, good.
My name is Siobhan. I'm 21 years old. I'm a student at UCLA. Well, my major is communication and minor in theater. I sing for a long time as well. So the project we're shooting today is China's Next Top Model, and I feel very nervous.
So people come to America because of American dreams. They're aware of the idea that the definitions of American dreams and what you can achieve in America.
Being in America not only changed my dream, they established my dream. Before I come here, I don't know I can fly, I can be a pilot. I don't know anything about psychology. But here, I got the chance to learn all of that.
I got interested into Western music because of Mariah Carey when I was 12. I kept listening a lot, like Beyonce, Aretha Franklin, the Motown. It's so different from what I learned. My mom didn't want me to learn singing, so my teacher sent a recording of mine to a national competition of children singing. Very luckily, I got picked and sent to Beijing. So my mom said, okay, probably you get some talents, and why don't you just learn some singing? My mom actually got the chance to be a science singer, but she didn't want to choose that path at all because how she perceived that profession, just very scary for her.
Since my parents went to top universities in China, they certainly had a really high expectation for me in terms of schoolwork. So when I decided to do film instead of pursue my economics PhD degree, they really freaked out and they're like, no. My show is Sandra Show. It is a show shot mainly in restaurants and cafes. We talked about different topics each time, mostly related to lives of our international students here in the U.S. 但是其实我觉得我还是挺喜欢，所以作为一个在中国土生土长的人，我还是特别喜欢这种团体。我觉得毕竟 If I've gone to college in China, I don't think I will be in the same path, just because I felt like LA, especially UCLA, has given me this very specific atmosphere for filmmaking. It's true love. When you do something, you can forget about eating, forget about sleeping.
I do feel pressure to surpass my parents. They are really successful and they start from zero. To be honest, I'm not start from zero. Yeah, my dad used to be a university teacher when he graduated, and after that started a CPA firm. And after that, he started his own real estate company, started to build some high-rise and residential properties for the local people. And now he is deputy president of a college. Yeah, my dad is awesome. He is really my model.
像我这么大的时候呢，那个时候的中国还没有，刚刚开始改革开放，我们上大学，包括我们的工作，都是由国家统一分配的。当他们这一代人的时候呢，这个社会发生了很大的变化，这个人的思想也允许有很多的不同。实际上，我觉得中国刚才简单的了解，我说中国梦并不仅仅是强调一个整体，它也是由很多个体来组成的。所以说，单纯说中国梦是一个大的概念是不对的，它也牵到每一个人的成长，每个人的梦想的实现。只有这样，整个的中国梦才能够实现。
My personal China dream is to break a stereotypical image of a Chinese through my performance, my music, and what I do in the States.
I can be a nice person to my friend, and I can be a good boyfriend to my girlfriend. I can be a good son to my parents. Maybe in some days, all these things will change the world. It will change my world at least.
After working in the US for a couple years, my ideal career path would be to go back to China because I wanted to tell the stories of Chinese people, bring progress to the society of China.
I think eventually I want to do something for my country because I know that right now there's still a lot of change needs to be done by people who study abroad.
I felt like we are the crucial people that would be able to bring together the ideology of China and the US.
I represent China wherever I go, but because I want to achieve success in the States, so I have American dream as well. I think I'm a combination of both.
Okay. Oh, it's a wrap.
While students in the U.S. are pursuing their American dreams, back in China, young migrants flock to urban centers, hoping to escape generations of poverty.
People of working class, working poor, rural backgrounds in China, many of them are helping to create the conditions for the Chinese dream, but many of them aren't able to experience it and live it.
And they don't have time to worry about the China dream. They're just trying to survive.
Wang Hao is one of China's 260 million rural migrants. Just over a year ago, he came to Beijing from a village in Henan province.
我好奇心比较强，我喜欢一切新鲜事物。如果真的有那个条件的话，我一定会就是做一家自己的农场，看那个美国的那些大片一类的，然后农场主有一片属于自己的大工厂，一片土地的尽头，然后有一所属于自己的房子，然后养条狗，养些那些家禽那一类的，我感觉那生活挺美的。那个只是理想的一个生活方式，而是说我现在我感觉那个理想是不切实际的。怎么说呢？我的实际目的可能还不及总的利益，总的那个收益还不如我在外面干2个月，真是。我爸算了算账，1年1亩地挣400块钱，你算算，我家10亩地挣4000，光种地的话，日常开销都不够。
Wang Hao dropped out of school at age 16 after just a year of vocational high school. While most urban students attend high school, only half of poor rural children do. Education is necessary for rural youth to break the cycle of poverty. But like Wang Hao, many complain that the substandard quality of rural education leaves them little hope.
逼出来 青年人要么进饭店干服务员、清水饭、保安、进厂，咱能说出来这些90后行业，我那同学上基本上全在这3个行业里面。再一个说，我觉得社会出来以后，给他们提供的岗位，不应该说一些简单的，就是什么也学不了。过了这2年，他们只能去，还是重复以前父辈的生活。如果说没有农民的话，中国不可能发展的那么快的。因为只有农民在那儿默默无闻的，就是说给你做一些最脏最累的活，他们来城市就像逃荒的一样来了。你住的地方农民工建的，你吃的是农民工种的，你穿的是农民工，也是农民工做的，对不对？我感觉我不是北京的一部分，在这就是说，技术啊，我只能用这个词。在北京属于我的只有这张床，而且在这工作的情况下，不工作这张床我都没有，我就不知道从哪儿来的压力，就压的就想哭那种，真的，我不知道是不是人人都会经历，我也不知道是不是就我自己，就感觉我的未来就一片灰暗那种。因为我感觉我虽然18岁，我感觉已经很大了，我没有几年在那个机会再去学东西了。我想，你趁这几年，赶紧就是找一些兴趣好的，学一下试一试。
China's dream rests on rapid urbanization and consumerism, but China's cities scarcely embrace their current migrant populations. 1/3 of China's 700 million urban dwellers are still classified as rural rather than urban. This means that they have little or no access to social services like schools, hospitals, and pensions in the cities where they live. Yang Lu has been in Beijing for several years already, but he's still grappling with the metropolis.
我是北京农村里的，我是山区里的孩子。也许我的家长像我妈妈，她真的是一个很独立的女人，她也希望自己有一个自己的天空。我感觉我现在正在延续她的那个梦想，做一个可以自我独立的女性。这是她的想法，也是我的想法。
China's youth, largely made up of single children, are pushed to succeed academically. But for many women, as soon as they graduate and start establishing careers, there comes an almost immediate pressure to marry. Yang Lu is a member of what is known as Beijing's Ant Tribe, where millions of migrants and graduates pack into cheap dormitories, plasterboard-separated grid rooms, or slums on the city's fringes. Still, Yang Lu says that her current 3x3 metre grid home is a step up from the darker, damper basement housing she lived in for her first 8 years in Beijing. After working as a waitress and security guard, Yang Lu decided to study part-time and gained a vocational degree, which led to her current office job.
之前对于北京是一种充满向往的地方，认为这里是寸土寸金，到处都能找到合适你、适合你的那种工作机会的。我进入到公司里面，又是各种各样的新的知识要去学习，压力又是前所未有的巨大。因为你如果融入不到里面的话，你就要被淘汰，像打仗时期，如果你是跑得最慢的那一个，你就会被枪毙掉。在城市里面，我也认为有这种感觉。我们需要的更多的是自由，自由的想象空间，自由的发展空间。在现实生活中，这2种空间我们都不具备。我认为现在很多年轻人，包括我身边的那些年轻人，他们所有的想法就是不用再去做房奴，不用担心找个女朋友我没车没房她不会跟我，这就是他们最大的梦想。可以去释放自己的才华，可以得到公平的对待，这是他们的想法，也是我的想法。
Many in China see education as a ladder out of poverty, and 24-year-old Wu Shiliang climbed it.
我爸那个时候没有机会去受到一些大学呀或者研究生这一类的教育，那个时候就可能一直有这个愿望，然后所以说可能会把这个自己的一些心愿呀或者想法寄托于我的身上。他给我的一个理念就是，自己能力有多大的话，就是往多高的那个层次去走。就是那句俗话嘛，就是知识改变命运。一开始的期望公司是阿里巴巴，其实阿里面试是自己互联网面试第1次面试。然后可能是自己经验不足，还有就是自己的基础可能有一些确实是不扎实， 然后就直接被 pass 掉了。这个其实对自己来说其实影响挺大的。
After months of interviews, Wu Shiliang received offers from prominent internet companies, but most entailed long hours with little room for advancement. He finally settled on an IT position at a large multinational bank.
技术方面来说的话，咱和国外来说的话，确实是差距是太大了。中国人真正比较牛的人，就是说技术上比较牛的人，他有能力去国外，他们就去国外了。我觉得中国梦最主要的一点就是实实在在的能让中国的老百姓们生活越来越好。
One of Wu Shiliang's biggest dreams is for more social equality, and both Yang Lu and Wang Hao say they and their peers don't need a government campaign to persuade them to dream, just a fair chance to achieve their ambitions.
Today, the 275 million migrants that helped build the China dream are discovering labor rights and demanding higher wages. Rising labor costs at home are driving many Chinese companies to develop overseas opportunities in emerging markets. The business potential of African economies has attracted hundreds of thousands of Chinese entrepreneurs seeking to fill gaps in the market. Since 2001, over 1 million Chinese have emigrated to Africa.
Rico, let's go and check chicken.
Frank Fang has a farm on the outskirts of Lusaka, the capital city of Zambia. He loves to bring his family here on the weekend for barbecue. In 1994, Frank graduated with a law degree from a prestigious university in south of China. He got employed by a high-profile company in his home province, which specializes in international cooperation.
我们当时肯定都抢着出国。如果我们公司和欧洲、美洲没什么业务，这种通常概念上的好的条件比较好的国家没办法去的话，非洲也不错。
A few years later, Frank was deployed by his company to Botswana. The memory of arriving in Africa for the first time is still very fresh.
天就像当时这个 Windows 屏幕保护程序的那么蓝天白云这么漂亮，一看这个地方喜欢。
In 2000, Frank quit the company, and together with his friends, they drove from Botswana to Zambia to start a new life.
This is Lusaka Hotel, and this is the first place we stayed. On the first day, from the first day we arrived to Lusaka. We stayed here, I can't remember this room or this room, for about 30, 40 days. This is one of my brothers here. I've known him for long. How many years we know each other?
For almost 13 years.
13 years.
How did you know each other?
How do we know each other?
We know each other for a long time. You know, we opened those shop when I was young.
When you was young? You're still pretty young.
In a friend's wedding, Frank met a Zambian girl, Lucy, who was going to change his life completely.
因为长时间在国外，每次回国，然后频繁的乡下亲，效果也不显著。然后就算相亲，有时候保持点联系，离开了这个环境，对吧？全是靠电子邮件联，当时也没有微信，也没有 QQ， 对吧？全靠这种联系，也很难去经营这种关系的。
Frank married Lucy. Together, they have 3 sons, Rico, Caleb, and Bubu.
Okay, go and catch Rico. Catch Rico.
The interracial marriages between Africans and Chinese were at the time rare and not without controversy. After his marriage, Frank transferred all his assets from China to Zambia and invested in a clothing business together with Lucy.
This is the first shop. 15 years ago, we managed to help my wife. We helped each other to open this shop. It's changed a bit, but still the same logo 15 years ago.
They have moved their major business to high-end malls and operate a chain of clothing stores in Lusaka. They have employed about 2,000 Zambian workers. Frank might not have expected to have come this far in their business. It's not only the business that binds Frank to Africa. He has never forgotten what lured him to quit his former job 15 years ago and become an adventurer in Africa.
最终诱因让我在非洲留下，那个不是说在工作上留下，是让我辞职，留在非洲。当时的诱因我可能就是去了2个地方，一个是去了一次开普敦，南非的开普敦，一次去了波茨瓦纳的 Okavango Delta。各种各样的动物在你身边，很安静，很安详，感觉特别不一样。
The debate about the long-term consequences of China's engagement with Africa is heated, especially in Western media. Will it create real development and prosperity, or simply lead to labor and resource exploitation reminiscent of 19th century Western colonialism? While the average Chinese citizen lives a better life than 30 years ago, more than ever, many are feeling uncertain about their own prospects and their country's future. Only time will tell if Xi Jinping's China Dream will ultimately succeed and become more than a party slogan. Go to linktv.org/mosaic to watch the full-length films featured in this episode of Mosaic. To learn more about the China Dream, go to linktv.org/mosaic and explore more perspectives with students at China's top universities, the wealthiest 1%, a coal miner, and Chinese in Africa. Connect to the Mosaic community on Facebook and Twitter. For more on Mosaic, go to linktv.org/mosaic. Mosaic is made possible through the generous support of the Henry Luce Foundation.